What's going on, guys? It's Josh Omar back with another video. I ain't been here in a minute. We've been in the trenches, you feel me? But back on my YouTube content grind. Told y'all one of my goals I wrote down at the beginning of this year was I really wanted to grow on my socials, like all of my socials. And how do I expect to do that if I don't take action, you know? But anyways, few updates. I got a new car. So this is a BMW. It's pretty nice, you know. I'm pretty proud of myself. It's got cream interior, 30-inch display screen, all the little nice stuff. Bought it with my money. This is mine, nobody else's. Just turned 20 years old. I know you're not supposed to get like a crazy sports car, but I wanted to get a little gift for myself because, you know, I'm a hard worker, you know. But anyways, that's besides the point. What I wanted to talk about in this video was the need to fail before you see any success, and that goes for anything. It doesn't matter if you're trading, you're doing e-com, SMMA, AI, branding, whatever you're doing. It's a necessity that you fail in that business model. Everybody wants to go become an entrepreneur or whatnot, but nobody wants to fail, you know. And failure really turns you into who you're gonna be, you know what I mean? Because the person who can fail 200 times over and over again is always going to beat the person that gives up after failing, you know what I mean? I heard this excerpt, and it's amazing. If you knew you were 100 failures from succeeding, wouldn't you try to fail your fastest, right? And I think failure is a beautiful thing because you can't really learn much from winning. All you know is that you did something right. You shouldn't be too focused about the winning. What you should be focused on is your losses, where you went wrong, because that's how you really grow. Like for instance, let's take basketball. Basketball's a great example. You're dribbling, you lose the ball. Why do you lose the ball? Because your handle isn't that good, you know what I mean? So what do? You go and work on your handle. You focus mainly on your handle through those practices, okay? Right? All right. The same thing can imply with trading, drop shipping, whatever you want to do. You need to complete repetitions over and over again. And what happens in repetition is the failure happens in repetition. And what does failure do? Failure, it promotes growth. It promotes growth and improvement. Sorry if I'm talking too fast. I need to like slow down. You know, when it comes to failure, my whole life I've always been scared to fail, and like, you know, I'm like, oh, what if I fail? I'm gonna quit, you know what I mean? But that's the thing, the only way you can lose is if you quit, right? So why are you so scared of failing? It's inevitable, bro. Failure is legit inevitable. It's something we all have to go through, no matter what. The biggest people you see in the space, they failed in the face more times than you've tried. They deadass failed more times than you've tried. So who are you to say, go out there and go look at other people and be like, damn, why does he have it and I don't? Because he failed more than you. I promise you, the most successful men are always the best failures, right? But you know, with failure comes a beautiful thing. Failure is only acceptable if you learn from it, right? And what do I mean by this? For instance, you fail, you're like, damn, I failed, or like you didn't do this one thing. I didn't try hard enough. No, you want to reflect on why you failed. You want to reflect on the data, why these actions were made, right? Why these choices were made from these actions, right? By the way, it's a beautiful day here in Texas. I live like near Austin, Texas. Beautiful place. You know, besides the point. Back to failure. I've deadass failed more times than I can fucking count. Like deadass. I didn't see my first payout till well, I made money off live my second month in trading, but I failed a shit ton. Like I said, I blew a shit ton of money through live accounts and to end up making that money, and when that money didn't even put me positive, right? Going down the line, failed even more. And that's when I realized I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I need to get a mentor. The first, I'm not gonna name drop or anything, but a mentor I got at the time when I first started trading, it was like some bullshit. One of the biggest people in the space, I don't know, you could comment, try to take a guess. If you get it right, I'll tell you. But one of the biggest people in the space. I joined their course for a month or two, me and my good friend. We were like, all right, we're gonna lock in, watch all their course material. And the thing was with this course was they didn't have select videos on teaching us that model. What they did was they would drop other links of strategies and like, I guess, concepts to use from other people's video. How are we gonna, and then just tell us their strategy. That's not real structure. So about a month or two, we said, fuck this shit. Tried to go on our own, failed, right? Then I found the Discord or the server where I can call home now, right? Which is my good buddy Akram's course, or whatever you want to call it. Ace of Trades. I love Ace of Trades. Ace of Trades genuinely has my heart. I've made the most money that I've ever touched in my life with Ace of Trades, and I'm amazingly grateful for them, right? And if you're asking, how does this have to do with failure? I wanted to let y'all know that I failed. I really hope this wind isn't messing up my quality. If it is, we're gonna be so fucked. But like I said, you have to fail over and over again in order to succeed, right? Like what my mentor Akram he loves to say is you reap the fruits of your labor, right? What does that mean? What you put in is what you're gonna get out at the end of the day. When it comes to the outcome or the end goal or where you are right now, you can't blame anybody but yourself at the end of the day. People are working harder than you. You're clearly not working hard enough. What makes you think shit's gonna change? You know what I mean? So, with that being said, bro, don't be fucking scared of failure. Don't be a bitch. Like, deadass, don't be a little bitch. Like, I swear, don't be a bitch. Everybody you know is probably failing, like, regardless or not. Like, failure is what makes us human, and it's just mistakes in life, man. You can't really do much to it. Just how do I say, be grateful that you're failing right now, because I promise that within failure comes success. I promise. I'm not doing exceedingly well, but I'm not doing exceedingly bad, right? So that's why I wanted to come on here and talk about this topic, because I felt like when I first started, I was very scared of failure, and I was like, I wanted to get everything down packed like within the first 3 months, which is clearly unfathomable. There's certain cases, there's those ones where they, you know, they end up ripping some crazy shit within the first 3 months. Different people, different experiences, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. Don't ever compare your journey to somebody else's journey, because that will only just fuck with your head. I'll make a whole separate video about that, but it's not the right headspace. You know, comparison, that ass will like destroy you. It'll eat you alive. Because at the end of the day, bro, this is your life. You go to the grave, like that's what I'm saying. And nobody's opinion matters, because people die and their opinions die with them, right? So go do what the fuck you want to do, right? But with that being said, I'm gonna drop this video today. I wanted to say that I got a vlog coming out soon. Not gonna say what we got going on, but just know it's gonna be fire. So I think we're at like 150 subs right now, but I do want to hit 1K by the end of the summer. That's gonna be one of my short-term goals, right? I want to start posting more tread recaps, more vlogs, and just like motivation to the people, just because like this is just stuff I'm passionate about talking about, you know. I don't want none of us to lose, man. I want everybody to win. I want all my friends to win, all of my family. I want everybody to be okay, right? And a majority of us do. You got the mod ones out who want to wreak havoc and stuff. We don't do that. We want to live life with joy and how do I say, gratefulness. Always be grateful, because I promise you, bro, you think you got it bad, somebody has it worse. Always be grateful. Anyways, twins, this is Joshua Omar. I love y'all. We'll throw it out there. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. I love y'all.